All right, here we go. We're going to do an activity called Color It on the Hundreds chart. So hopefully you've either printed one of these charts out or you've made one on a piece of notebook paper, however you want to do it. You just need a hundreds chart to do this. When you come up with your answer, I want you to take a picture of it or just email it to me. If you printed it, just send it as an email. Or take a picture of it and send it to me. And it's just for fun. Today is not a grade. On Thursday, we'll do one for a grade and see how you do. It should be an easy 100 for most of you, and it's pretty fun. All right, so the thing you're going to do is I'm going to give you a problem. There are 15 problems. Your job is after you've answered the problem, you have to, whatever your answer is, say your answer is 10, you'll shade in number 10 on the hundreds grid. So if I minimize myself here you see the hundreds grid. So if your answer was 10, you'd take your pencil and you'd shade in number 10. Okay? So that's what your job is. You're going to shade in a bunch of different things here depending on what my clue is for you. So if you need to stop the video and go back and listen to it again, or stop it so you can work the problem out, feel free to do that. Okay, let's see how we do. Number 1. Fill in the box that's the product of 11 times 7. Fill in the box that's the product of 11 times 7. So just shade the whole box in. If you have a pencil, just shade it in with a pencil. If you have a crayon, you can use a crayon. If you have a colored pencil, you can use a colored pencil. All right, clue number 2. Shade in 1 less than 8 times 4. Shade in 1 less than 8 times 4. So whatever your answer is to that, just go ahead and shade that box in. All right, number 3. Shade in the answer to 11 times 4. Shade in the answer to 11 times 4. All right, number 4 is a little tricky, so I want you to really listen to my words. I want you to shade in all the odd numbers between 50 and 55. So I didn't say including 50 and 55, I said between. So you're not going to include 50 or 55. So shade in all the odd numbers between 50 and 55. Okay, next, you're going to shade in 1 more than 7 times 8. 1 more than 7 times 8. Okay, the next one, you're going to shade in the answer to 8 times 8. That should be an easy one. Shade in the number that's the answer to 8 times 8. Okay, the next clue. Shade in the product of 6 and 7. Shade in the product of 6 and 7. Okay, the next one. Shade in 1 less than the value of 3/4. Shade in 1 less than the value of 3/4. So you just think about how much 3/4 is and what's 1 less than that. All right, the next clue. Shade in 1 less than the product of 7 and 5. Shade in 1 less than the product of 7 and 5. All right, next one. Shade in all the odd numbers between, not including, but between 39 and 45. Again, shade all the odd numbers between 39 and 45. Do not include 39 and 45. Okay, next clue. Shade in 1 more than the product of 6 and 10. 1 more than the product of 6 and 10. All right, this next one's a little tricky because you have to remember what the word multiples mean. Remember, the multiple of 6 would be 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. Multiples of 5 would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. The multiples of 1 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The multiples of 10 would be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and so on. Remember, those are multiples. So in this next problem, you are going to do the multiples of 3 that land between 20 and 30. So you can't include 20 and 30. The multiples of 3 that are in between 20 and 30. So when you do the multiples of 3, you're going to go 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and keep going until you get to the numbers that land between 20 and 30. Let's see if you can get that tricky one. Okay, the next one. 3 more than 88. 3 more than 88. All right, your last one. Your last one is the even numbers between, not including, between 50 and 56. The even numbers between 50 and 56. All right, after you have those shaded in, you should have a nice picture on your board or on your number chart. So tell me what your picture says. Send me a picture of your picture. Send me your document with 1 through 100. I want to see what you came up with and see if you got them right, and we can figure out where you made your mistakes. So you're ready for the next ones that we do. We'll have a quiz on one of these. It might get a little bit harder on Thursday. Okay, hope you guys like it. Today's your only day to respond to me. After this, I'm going to be out of commission. So if you have any questions about any of the assignments so far, today is the day to ask your questions. All right, have a good Monday, everybody.